Good afternoon, children. We have started with the fourth chapter, that is Animal Kingdom. We will continue with the same chapter. Today we will start with the new phylum, that is phylum Arthropoda. Now children, these organisms are commonly called the organisms with jointed appendages. They have many appendages which are connected with each other, so they are called the organisms which bears the jointed legs or jointed appendages. And if we talk about the general features or general characteristics of these organisms, then the first characteristic is the grade of organization, in which they have the organ system level of organization. In their body they have digestive system, they have respiratory system, they have circulatory system. So as systems are present, we say that they have organ system level of organization. Moving to the symmetry, they have bilateral symmetry. My dear children, I have already explained you these terms. Bilateral symmetry means when the body is divided from the central plane, it produces the right and the left equal halves. Then they have three germinal layers, so they are triploblastic. The three germinal layers are, the outer is ectoderm, the middle layer is mesoderm, and the inner layer is the endoderm layer. Okay, you can see in the figure. Then the next feature is presence or absence of coelom. In these organisms, the coelom is present, so they are called coelomate. So true coelom is present. Here in the figure you can see. Okay, the endoderm, okay, this is the mesoderm, right? And in between it the cavity is present, that is called coelom, and the outer layer is the ectoderm. Then moving to the habit and habitat, they are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means they are found everywhere. They are found all over the world. Okay, so organisms belonging to phylum Arthropoda are cosmopolitan. That means they are found all over the world. It is not that they are found in a specific region, but they are found all over the world. Then, as I told you, they have organ system level of organization. If we talk of digestive system, then they have complete digestive system. Complete digestive system means they have two openings. One is the mouth and the another is the anus, right? Through mouth they take in the food, and through anus they give out the waste material outside the body. And the alimentary canal is divided into three parts, that is foregut, midgut and the hindgut. Then respiratory system, they have respiratory organs, that is with the help of their body skin. Okay, they can respire with the help of gills or with the help of book gills or trachea or book lungs, they can respire. Now book gills are the organs of the body. Okay, they are the flap-like appendages through which the exchange of gases takes place. Similarly, the book lungs are the respiratory organs which are composed of many fine lamella. Okay, and about gills and trachea you already know, right? So with the help of these organs, that is gills, book gills, trachea, book lungs, the organisms respire, they exchange the gases. Then they have open type of circulatory system, means they do not have blood vessels. Blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavity, which is called the hemocoel. Okay, so when the blood is pumped out of the heart, the blood will enter in the hemocoel. It doesn't enter in the blood vessels because blood vessels are not there. So it is open type of circulatory system. Then reproduction, the organisms are mostly dioecious, means the organisms, male and female organisms are present, they are separate. Then fertilization is usually internal, that is inside the body there is fusion of male and female gamete taking place. Then mostly they are oviparous and some of them are viviparous. Oviparous means they lay eggs or egg laying. Right, so some of the organisms belonging to this phylum, they lay eggs, whereas some of them are viviparous, means they give birth to young ones. Okay, then development may be direct or indirect. Okay, indirect means the larval stages are produced and metamorphosis may also take place. Some unique features of this phylum are they have jointed appendages, as I already told you. Then body has 3 regions, that is head, thorax and abdomen. Body is covered by chitinous cuticle, that is the exoskeleton has the chitinous cuticle. Then excretion takes place with the help of Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules are the excretory organs, right? So with the help of excretory organs called Malpighian tubules, the waste materials are excreted outside the body. Then sensory organs are antenna. Then compound and simple eyes are present, and stetocyst, which are the balance organs which helps in balancing the body, are also present. Okay, sense organs called antenna. Like if you have seen the cockroaches, they have like this structures at the tip of their head, right, that are called antenna, with the help of which they can sense the changes in the surrounding. When they come in contact with the food, they can come to know that this is the food, right? So antenna are present. Then they have compound and simple eyes, and they have stetocyst with the help of which they can balance their body. So these are the various organisms, these are the insects which are the part of the phylum Arthropoda. There are many economically important insects like honeybee, which gives the honey. Then the vectors are there, like different types of mosquitoes, housefly, gregarious pest, okay, then living fossils. These are all the part of the phylum Arthropoda. This is about the characteristics at a glance, okay, which we have already seen. We will quickly revise all the features of this phylum. The level of organization is organ system. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic organisms. They are coelomate, means true body cavity is present. They are cosmopolitan, means they are found all over the world. Then they have complete digestive system, means they have 2 openings, mouth and anus. Then respiratory system consists of gills, book gills, trachea, book lungs, okay. Circulatory system is of open type. Reproduction, as organisms are dioecious, means both the reproductive systems are present in different individuals, and usually internal fertilization takes place. Fusion of male and female gamete takes place inside the body, and they are oviparous, means they lay eggs, and some of them are viviparous also, that is they give birth to young ones. Development is direct or indirect, and some unique features are they have jointed appendages. The body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. They have chitinous cuticles surrounding their body. The excretory organs are Malpighian tubules. They have sense organs called antenna. They have compound and simple eyes, and stetocyst, with the help of which they can balance their body. And some examples of the members belonging to phylum Arthropoda are spider, scorpion, crab, prawn, many insects, etc. So children, that is all about phylum Arthropoda. Now we will start with phylum Mollusca, which are the soft-bodied animals. Okay, the first feature is they have organ system level of organization. We will quickly do this because you have already come across these terms many a times, and now I think there is no need of explaining all these terms again and again. They have bilateral symmetry. Then they are triploblastic organisms. They have 3 germinal layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm is the outer layer, mesoderm is the middle layer, and the endoderm is the inner layer. Then they have true coelom present in their body, so they are called coelomates. They are aquatic. Some of them are terrestrial organisms also. They are found on land also. Okay. Then they have complete digestive system. That means they have 2 openings, mouth and anus. They respire through gills. The organisms which live in water or the aquatic forms, they respire through gills, and the terrestrial forms, they respire through the pulmonary sac. Pulmonary sac are the organs which are hollow and which have many blood vessels in it, similar to that of the lungs. They are not the lungs, but their function is similar to that of lungs. Why? Because they have many blood vessels, okay, and they are hollow, so they help in respiration. Then the circulatory system is of open type. Again, as it is open type, there is no blood vessels, so the blood which is pumped out of the heart is taken to the body cavities. Okay, so the cells will bath in the blood. Then organisms are dioecious, that is, sexes are separate. Male and female individuals are separate. They are oviparous, that means they lay eggs, and development may be direct or it may be indirect by formation of the larval stages. Then some unique features are they have head, then visceral mass, which is the visceral hump. You know, the camels have hump at their back, right? So like that they have hump, okay, which is called the visceral hump, and they have the muscular foot. Okay, and the head has the sensory tentacles. They have the calcareous shell. Okay, the organisms, they live in the shells which are made up of calcium, right? So calcareous shells are there in which the organisms are found. As the organisms are soft bodied, they need to protect themselves, and because of that they have exoskeleton, which is the calcareous shell. Then they have feather-like gills for respiration and for excretion. And mental and radula are seen. Now, mental is the membrane which covers the visceral mass or the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mental is called the mental cavity. Okay. Then radula is the file-like rasping organ which is present in the mouth of the mollusk, and this is used for feeding, for eating purpose, for consumption of food purpose. The radula is used in the organisms. Then this is the diagram of the organism. And these are the examples of the members belonging to phylum Mollusca, that is Pila, then pearl oyster, okay, then Sepa, then Loligo. These are some examples, octopus. These are examples of the members belonging to phylum Mollusca. Let us have the quick glance at all the features of this phylum. They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Then they are triploblastic organisms. Then they are coelomate, means they have the coelom present in their body. True coelom is present, true body cavity is present in the organisms. Some of the organisms are aquatic and few of them are terrestrial, that means they are found in water, and few of the organisms are living on the land also. They have complete digestive system with 2 openings. One is the mouth and another one is the anus. Through mouth they ingest the food, and through anus they give out the waste material outside the body. Then Respiratory system. Respiration occurs through the gills in the aquatic forms, and in the terrestrial forms it occurs through the pulmonary sac. Pulmonary sac is the hollow organ which has many blood vessels and which functions similar to that of the lungs. So in terrestrial forms the pulmonary sac is present. They have open type of circulatory system, means there are no blood vessels. The blood which is pumped out of the heart will be collected in the body cavity or in the coelom, and due to that the cells will bath in the blood. Then reproduction. Organisms are dioecious, that means sexes are separate. Male and female individuals are separate. They are oviparous, means they lay eggs. Okay, and development is direct or indirect. Some unique features are body has the head, visceral mass, that is the hump, and the muscular foot. So body is divided into three parts. The upper part is the head, then it has the visceral mass which is called visceral hump, and then the muscular foot. Okay, head of the body has the sensory tentacles with which it can sense the changes that occurs in its surrounding. Then feather-like gills are present for respiration and for excretion. And as the organisms are soft-bodied, they have the exoskeleton which is made up of calcium. That is, they have calcareous shell and they have mantle and radula. Okay, and some of the examples are Pila, Pinctada, Sepia, Loligo, Octopus, Aplysia, and many more. So children, I hope you have understood today's topic. The two phylums which we have done today is the phylum Arthropoda and phylum Mollusca. That is all for today. In our next video, we will continue with the new phylum. Thank you.